Hi there, it's Ms. Rose with today's math lesson. Before we get started, you might want to get out your number line and your two color counters in case you think that'll be helpful to solve today's problems. That's a useful tool, and you can always use whatever you need to make sense and figure out your math. You'll also need your new Chapter 5 math book. It looks just like the others except says Chapter 5. Now your Chapter 5 math workbook should be in your backpack. It might still be in the Ziploc bag that your teacher sent home with some extra math books a week or two ago. So go get your Chapter 5 math book, please. Now we'll do lesson 5.1. It's on page 255, and it looks like this with a little turtle. Today we'll be solving word problems. We're going to look to see how we can use a model to help us solve a problem. A model is just another name for something you might draw or write to show. This is a model, the tape diagram. It helps us see the parts in the whole. This is a model with blocks. It helps us see the parts and the whole to solve addition or subtraction. We'll be using these counters or tape diagrams to help us see the word problems. The first thing you need to do, it says, is to unlock the problem. So let me read it. There are 16 turtles on the beach. Some turtles swim away. Now there are 9 turtles on the beach. How many swim away? What do I need to figure out? I can look back up here to the problem, and the problem says, how many turtles swim away? It's important to know what we're figuring out. They don't want to know how many turtles there are in all. They just want to know how many swim away. I need to figure that out. Then I want to think of, what do I already know? What's the information from the problem that can help me figure it out? Well, they said there are 16 turtles on the beach. We don't know how many swim away, and now there are 9 left on the beach. To solve the problem, I might use counters. There are 16 turtles all together on the beach. So these are all the 16 turtles. You don't need to do this, but you can if you want. I'm just showing you that the 16 are the 16 turtles that are on the beach. I don't know how many swim away, but I know now there are 9 after they swim away. There are only 9 left on the beach. So these are the 9 turtles that are left. I might say these are the 9 that are still there. The rest of my counters would be the ones that swam away, and I can count them, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 would be the ones that swam away. In my tape diagram, 16 is for all the turtles. 9 are the ones that are still here. These are the ones that are still on the beach. So this 7 would be the group that swam away. So my problem is, there are 16 turtles. If 7 swam away, there would be 9 now on the beach. Do you see that? That's what we'll be doing today. Turn to page 256, and let's read the first problem. It says, make a model to solve and use counters to help. So we're going to be filling in the tape diagram and using counters to help us know what to put here. It says there are 4 rabbits in the garden. Some more rabbits come, and now there are 12 rabbits. So I know all together there's going to be 12 rabbits. That's how many there are in all in my garden. There used to be 4 rabbits. There were just 4 rabbits. I'll just call those the old ones. So there were already 4 rabbits. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to circle 4 over here. Those are the old rabbits. Those are the rabbits that are already there. Some more come. I don't know how many more come. These will be the new ones. I can figure it out here. Well, if I still have, here's the 4 old ones, I can count that I needed to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I had to add 8 new ones. Do you see that? So my 4 old plus my 8 new gave me my 12 rabbits in all. The picture shows the 4 old, the 8 new, and 12 in all. The counters and the diagram both match. So there were 4 rabbits, 8 came, and now I have 12. 8 and 4 more makes 12. You can use your counters to check that. You could use your fingers, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You could get your number line, and you could show it there. You could say, well, there used to be 4, and now there's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, if 8 more comes, then you'll have 12. So 8 new ones came. So you can use counters, a tape diagram, or a number line to figure that out. Let's try this one. This one says there are 14 birds in a tree. Some birds fly away. Then there are 9 birds still in the tree. How many flew away? And again, they drew the blocks and they started the tape diagram for us. We need to make sure we know what each number means. 14, oh, those are the birds in the tree. So that's how many I have in all. That's my whole group of birds. Some birds fly away. I don't know how many fly away. But after they fly away, there are still going to be 9 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to say a circle around these. These are the 9 birds that are left. These are the birds that are left. There were 9 of them. They're left after some fly away. So these must be the birds that flew away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the birds that flew away. And I counted, and there are 5. So my blocks show 14 birds altogether. If I want to have just 9 left, 5 must have flown away. Over here, 14's my whole. 9 are the ones that are still here, so 5 must have flown away. 9 plus 5 makes 14. I can check it out on the counter, on these counters that they have in the picture. I could use my 2-color counters, or I could go here. If we had 9 and I have to get to 14, let's count the hops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9 plus 5 got me to 14. So I kind of double checked. 14 birds. If 5 fly away, 9 are left. Now we'll do page 257. This time they're not showing us the blocks. We can figure it out ourselves, getting our own counters, or drawing a picture, or if we know a fact that can help. Let's see. This problem is there are 20 ducks in the pond. 10 ducks swim away. How many are still in a pond? I have to see what I know. There are 20 in the pond. That's my whole group of ducks. That's how many in all. That's the whole group. 10 swim away. Oh, those are the ones that swam away. So how many are still in the pond? Let's see. I don't need to use counters for that. 10 plus some more makes 20. I know that one already. Do you? 10 plus 10 makes 20. If I'm not sure, I could use my number line. 10 and count up to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, it takes 10 hops to get from 10 up to 20. If I want to look at it as subtraction, I could say there were 20 ducks in the pond. 10 swim away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 left. So you can use your number line to help you, or you could have drawn 20 counters and crossed off the 10 that swam away. If you have 20, and 10 swim away, there are still 10 ducks in the pond. Let's try this one. Uh-oh, it says think smarter. Remember in our math book, when it has a little box like that, it means pay extra close attention because it's going to maybe be doing something a little different or make you think a little harder. It says 3 eagles land in a tree. So these are the new eagles that just landed in the tree. Now there are 12 in the trees. So this is how many there are in all. This is my whole. Altogether, I have 12 eagles. How many were there to start with? So there must have been some eagles. When 3 more came, now I have 12. Again, I can use my numbers, my number line, count up. If there's 12 left after 3 flew away, I think I could do 12 plus 3. The 12 that are there now, plus the 3 new ones that came, would tell me how many there were. Oh, excuse me, Miss Rhodes made a mistake there. I accidentally put a plus sign instead of a minus sign. 12. There's 12 in the trees now. These are the 3 new ones that just landed, so I need to take those away. How many is that? 12. I'm going to count back. 11, 10, 9. That would mean there were 9 there to start. I'm going to want to double check, especially because I almost just made a mistake. 9, if there were 9 that were there to start, we'll call those the old ones. 3 land in the trees. We got 3 new ones. Now it's 12. 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, there must have been 9, so when I added 3 more, I got 12. You could use counters. You could count up on your number line. You could count back and subtract, like I did here. Either way, as long as you know, altogether there's 12, and you're figuring out what is the number before those 3 came to join the old group. Now, problem 5. Squirrels are in the park. Oh, I'm sorry, 8 squirrels are in the park. So these are the squirrels that are already there. We'll call them the old squirrels. Then some more squirrels come. That's the new ones. Those are the squirrels that join them. I don't know how many. Now there's 16 in all. That's my whole. So one part's 8, the other part I don't know, and altogether it's 16. You might be thinking, wait a minute, if there's 8 that were already in the park and some more come, they're coming and joining them, I'm going to add, and now there's 16. 8 plus blank equals 16. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? That's a double. 8 plus 8 equals 16. So there must be 8 new squirrels that came to join them. 8 squirrels in the park. If 8 new squirrels come, there are 16 altogether, because I know 8 plus 8 makes 16. If I wanted to, I could have, if I didn't know that addition double, because that's a harder double, I could say, well, here's the 8 that there were, here's the 16 that we have to get to, and I could count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It took 8 hops to get from 8 to 16. So I'm going to say there were 8 squirrels, 8 more come, and now there are 16 squirrels in the park. If you know your doubles, that helps you do your math, doesn't it? That's why your teachers have been saying, practice your doubles so that you'll get those in your head and you don't even need to use counters or number line or draw circles to figure out some facts. You'll just see an 8 plus blank equals 16 and go, I know that. That's a double. Let's look at one more page together. We're going to be doing the same thing. Now the directions, I have to be sure to do exactly what it says. The directions say draw or write to show your work. So I can't just write an answer. It says show your work. I need to draw a picture of the counters, or draw the blocks, or draw circles. I need to do something to show how I solved it. I could also, since it says write, I could also write the addition or subtraction sentence. You have a choice in how you want to show it, but it says solve, which means write the answer, but you also need to use this space to either draw your counters or draw blocks or write the equation, the addition or subtraction sentence you used. The first problem says Liz picks 15 flowers. 7 are pink, the rest are yellow. How many are yellow? Now, I could draw the circles. I'm going to think Liz picks 15 flowers. To help me make sense of this, I think the tape diagram's been really helping me. So I might go like this. And I might say there are 15 flowers that Liz picked. So it says Liz picked 15 flowers. So she picked 15 flowers. That's how many flowers are in the whole. That's how many there are in all. 7 are pink. So on this side, I could put a 7. There's 7 pink ones. The rest are yellow. I don't know how many are yellow. When I look at my tape diagram picture here, 7 plus something makes 15. If I want, I could write the equation, but I still haven't figured out how to get from 7 to 15. How many to add to my 7 to make 15. I could use my counters or my number line. If I wanted to draw counters here, I could say altogether I need 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 7 of them are pink. I'm just going to cross off the pink ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I crossed off the pink, and then I could count to see how many must be yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 that would be yellow. 7 plus 8 is 15. Hey, I know that's right. 7 and 8 are next-door neighbors on the number line. I could use a double. 7 plus 7 is 14, but 8 is 1 more than 7, so it has to be 7 plus 7 plus 1. 7 and 7 is 14, plus 1 more makes 15. I double-checked, and it's right. So I figured out that 7 are pink and 8 are yellow. When you do this, you might have drawn counters, you might have drawn your equation, you might have done your tape diagram. You have to do something to show and make your answer. How many are yellow? 8 would be yellow. Let's look at the next one. Cindy has 14 sand dollars. There's a picture of a sand dollar. She has the same number of large and small sand dollars. Write the number sentence about the sand dollars. This problem doesn't sound like the ones we've been doing on that page and that page. She has 14 sand dollars. She has the same number of large and small, but they're not telling us how many large or how many small. So you might have to think harder here. It helps me to make the diagram. Altogether, she has 14. Some of them are large. I'm just going to write big. And some of them are small. So she has some big ones and some small ones. It doesn't tell me how many big or how many small. So how could I possibly figure it out? The next clue they give is it says she has the same number, large and small. So the number here for big has to be the same number as the number here for the small ones. They're going to be the same. So I can't think of any two numbers that might make 14. I have to put the same number of big as the same number of small. So I'm going to write my number sentence, except I don't know the numbers that go in it. this is like a question mark. Well, I don't know. You got the big ones. And if you add the small ones, it's going to be 14. So my two groups, the big group and the small group, all together makes 14, the whole. These numbers, the two question marks, will match. I think I'll use my counters to figure this out. I'm going to get 14 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I have 14 counters because Cindy has 14 sand dollars. So if I have 14 counters and it says the same number of big as small, so I know the two sides have to match. Both groups will be the same. It doesn't say how many to put on the big side or how many to put on the small side. So I might just have to try something. If these are the big ones, if I scoot these over here and say these are the big ones and these are the small ones, I have my 14 all together, and I said these are going to be my big ones and these are my small ones. There's 14 all together. This plus this makes 14, but the groups aren't the same size. I need to try to fix it. Maybe I'll move these over here. Now I have 8 here and 6. That's not the same. I could just keep trying until I made the two groups the same size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Both groups are the same size now. Do you see that? If I want to make it look a little more the same, I'd do it like that. So now you can see that I have 7 big ones and 7 small ones. Altogether, I have 14. So I figured out that this one, I can erase my question marks now. I have 7 big ones plus 7 small ones makes 14. And now that I figured it out, I think, yeah, that's an addition double too. You see how knowing doubles helps? Cindy has 14 sand dollars, the same number, large and small. Those are the same number, and when you add them together, they make 14 in all. And the next one. Sam, it says go deeper. That means another one to pay special close attention to. You might have to think about what we've been doing in a different way. Sam has 3 more books than Ed. Sam has 8 books. How many books does Ed have? So you really need to think. Sam has 8 books. So I don't know if that's my whole or that's one of my parts. Sam has 8 books. I think I'll get counters to show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. When something's hard, often using objects or counters or drawing a picture will help. Sam has 8 books. So those would be Sam's books. Sam has 3 more than Ed. I'm not going to add 3 books. It doesn't say add 3, that Ed has 3 more. It says Sam has 3 more than Ed. So if Sam has 8, and the 8 is 3 bigger than Ed, how many does Ed have? Sam has 8. Oh, look at this. 8 is 3 bigger than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ed must have 5 books. I think I'll show that with a drawing now. Sam has 8 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Those were Sam's books. All together, there were 8 for Sam. Ed's books, Sam has 3 more than Ed, so Ed's has to be 3 smaller. Sam is 3 bigger than Ed, so that means Ed is 3 smaller. I can take away these 3, and that left the 5. That must be how many Ed has. And the bottom, another Think Smarter. There are 7 eggs in the nest. That's my whole. Some of the eggs hatch. I don't know how many hatch. But then there are only 5 unhatched eggs left in the nest. So what am I going to add to 5 to make 7? The 5 that are left in the nest and the ones that are already hatched will make 7. 5, I know this one, 5, 6, 7. I can just count up 2 hops. If you have 2 hatched, altogether there would be 7 eggs. 7 eggs altogether, the 2 that hatched, plus the 5 unhatched that are left. Do you see that? I don't think that was hard for you, because you've been paying attention, you've been thinking, and now you can do it. Now you're ready to do your homework. Just like always, you're going to do 2 pages, have your adult helper take a picture to send to your teacher, just like always on Seesaw. On this page, 259 and 260, 259, these problems are just like the problems we did over here. So when you're solving them and you're thinking, I don't remember how to use this tape diagram, I don't remember what kind of number goes there, you can look back here and you can see how this problem went with this tape diagram, and that might help you. If you needed to use counters, you could look on this page. Oh, they got the counters for the whole. They figured out one part, and that told them the other part. So you can look back in the book to help you when you go to do your homework. These are just word problems. Stan has 12 stickers. Some stickers are new, 4 are old. How many stickers are new? Figure out the new stickers and complete the tape diagram. If you want to draw a picture, show your counters, or draw circles, you could do that. Liz has 9 toy bears. She buys some more. Now she has 15 toy bears. How many toy bears did she buy? Write your answer 2 places. Eric buys 6 books. Now he has 16. How many books did he have to start? Write your answers. The bottom of the page says write an addition story problem and have a classmate solve your problem. So here, you're just going to do the first part of that problem. You're just going to write a story problem that one could solve by adding, by putting groups together. If you want to ask your mother or your brother to solve it, you may, but you don't have to. You have to just write a story problem. On page 260, it's a lesson check. That means it'll be some things we did today and then some things we did other days. Arlo has 17 beanbag animals. Some are fuzzy. 9 beanbag animals are not fuzzy. How many are fuzzy? Finish the tape diagram and write your answer here. Solve that subtraction, and it says color to show how to make 10. So here you're going to have to color in on these blocks to show one way to make 10. You have lots of choices there. So thank you for listening and following along. Word problems can be tricky, but if you go slowly and you think about what it would look like with counters or on your number line or with the tape diagram, that will help you. So please go now and do your homework pages 259 and 260. Then send the picture of both pages to your teacher. Thank you, and have fun working on math.